It kind of depends on what bottle you get. The bottle that we found best is a natural flow type of bottle, which has this little system in it that helps prevent gas in your baby's stomach, which is going to be very important to you, especially when they're crying at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, and 6 in the morning. So the next part to clean is this. Again, it has the same simple thing. You make sure you get all the way in there and scrub that out. Okay, but it has a little additional step. The bottles come with a tube brush, and you put some soap on it. However you want, then you just grab a little there, and then you have to scrub in the tube. Okay, so normally what I do when I'm doing this, just for speed's sake, is I wash all these parts first. Just getting in, setting them, and I set them right there in the middle of the sink. Okay, and remember, you want to use lots of soap, so don't be afraid to drop on some additional soap every few parts while you're cleaning the bottles. Okay, then I go back and I just rapidly scrub them all. The other part of the bottle is this little tiny thing right here, which is what that other tube connects to. And again, you're washing all the way around, all sides, and then at the end you have to come back and you have to get right in there, like that, and then there's another passage there. Now realize if you're washing a normal bottle, this is a much easier process because it doesn't have all those contraptions on it. And again, I just scrub them all, line them up in the middle of the sink, and then here we go. We just come back and just assembly line these things through. You can do them one at a time, but then you're just picking up one brush and going to the other brush, and that's a bit painful. You're now officially done washing the bottles. The next step is to rinse them and put them in the drying rack. And that's pretty simple. You just take the bottle and just set it over there in the drying rack. And again, you just grab the caps and these, you just rinse them out, set them over. Not a big deal what sequence they're done in, just that they get done. Next step is the tubes, and this again you have to make sure it gets well rinsed, especially the shaft. Just make sure it's well rinsed. When you do all those, there we go. Again, making sure it's well rinsed. The next part is the nipple. Now, you might think you just wash it like that and it's nice and rinsed. No. You got to put some water in there. Now, sometimes the women like to stick their finger in it like that and have it squirt out like that. But me, that's an additional step you don't need to do. You just need to put it there, and with your big thumb, you want to squeeze it so the water goes through like that, actually. I know. Seems very technical. And this time, in slow motion. Not really. But anyways, and once you get handy with it, you can do 2 at the same time to make this take as fast as possible. Just there, rinsing them, squeezing, 6 shooters. Yeah, the big ones, when you have the bigger the bottle, requires a little bit more attention to make sure that it goes, but it will go. Nipples are done. Good. The next step is these thingamajiggies. Okay, so in addition to it, you want to make sure the water goes through the top and comes out the side. This is very important because otherwise soap can get caught in there, and well, you don't like drinking soap either. And then you do it through that way just to be doubly sure, and that's a wrap. And you just go through, cycle them all again, put it through the top, make sure it comes out the side. Rinse it off there, put it through the top, make sure it's coming out the bottom. Okay, so you've just washed the last piece of your bottle, and at this point you're probably thinking that you're a master of the universe for having washed the bottles. But the truth is that there's still another step. Thanks for watching The Clueless Father. Hope you're a little less clueless, and we'll see you next time when we show you how to sterilize the bottle.